Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA Basketball. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sideline. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You take a look at the Celtics. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Chicago Bulls. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some hope. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Levine and Williams up in the forward positions. White is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Celtics, the small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brown with the bucket. And well over halfway into the season now, GA, how much have the rookies changed since the start of the season?
Kevin, most are completely different players, right? The foundation was there, but they know their role on the team, and it's more about refining their game than learning.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Williams sets a screen for White. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Holiday surveying the floor. Fires the 3. Ball with the rebound. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Chicago. It's a 3-point game.
Man, I just love the aggressiveness from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will.
Holiday against Ball. The 11-footer off the left rim and out.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Inside, White trying to get open. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now, Tatum, his last outing, 16 points for him. Over Williams. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
Now, here's Levine. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Williams, a screen on Holiday. Ball, the bounce pass. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him what plan he had, if any, for Zach LaVine. He said, my focus is making sure he doesn't get any easy shots. We have to contest every attempt. It's about mitigating the damage, not preventing it. So it looks like he'll settle for just making Levine work as hard as possible. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Time to check out the power rankings, see how the teams are stacking up across the league. You look at the Hawks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, for Boston, they're still a real contender, no doubt. Not quite meeting expectations, but you know they're going to be shooting for the top spot as this season rolls along.
And White kicks to Williams. Pass the ball. 6 to shoot. Tries the spin move. Hands it from downtown. Ball's got 7 points.
I just love watching how he handles the rock. I mean, an ability to get to wherever he wants on the floor.
White inside. White covering. White with the defensive effort.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Pass to Levine. Vucevic a screen on Brown. Levine can't hit.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And Tatum takes a lot of threes, and you see why, given he has this kind of accuracy.
Nobody near Williams. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And you were just talking about this, Coach. Patrick Williams, a guy with loads of potential.
Yeah, Kevin, he's had to deal with a lot of injuries here early in his career. Sometimes he tends to disappear in games, but when he's got it going, this guy has a chance to be a really good 3-and-D player.
It's going to be fun to see where he takes his game.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Holiday, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside Williams. And White kicks to Levine. Buries it from three-point range.
Levine getting quick with it that time, changing it up.
For Boston, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Pass to Brown. From deep. Rebound by the Bulls. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor, or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, look, it's really hard to win a game being one-dimensional. It can be done, but it doesn't happen very often.
Tie game in Boston. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Tatum in the front court alongside Horford. Then it's the kid, and it's Springer in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Putting his size and length to great use. Excellent hustle by Horford on the offensive glass.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Phillips, he's checked in for the Bulls. And here's a look at some numbers for Nikola Vucevic.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. They lead by 4. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
I mean, a 6'8" playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Now here's Tatum. He has 5, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Sunday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Vucevic, he's checked in for Chicago. Lonzo Ball comes in for Dosunmu. Smith dishes to LaVine. And he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
That's such a tough finish. LaVine with outstanding focus to score through contact.
Pass to Pritchard. In the corner, Tatum with it. Pulls up on the wing, buries the jump shot. Tatum's got 7 points.
And look, when Tatum is running the pick and roll, the majority of the time, he's looking to score.
Down low, ripped away. Here's Shireman, Giddey defending. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And now let's take a look at a breakdown of this season's best rebounding point guards. Josh Giddey, 4th.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Yeah, and it speaks to how well-rounded a lot of today's point guards are. It's not just about orchestrating, it's about doing the dirty work too.
He's off on the first. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Good on the second free throw. Chicago leading by 5. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Levine. And a miss there on the triple.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line.
The 3 from Tatum. Tatum from 3.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Now, here's Vucevic. Back to Ball. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's White. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And the Bulls lead by 4.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
4-on-3 break. There's Ball with the 3. Horford with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, "Get the ball inside," and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And also, they're doing something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Houston.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Coming onto the floor now is Celtics entertainment. Make some noise for our 20 fans now on the court. It's your home squad. Get loud and roll it on the shirt. Okay, fans. Need to free defense. Get up on your feet.
He's checked in for the Celtics. Here's our 2K leaderboard with the list of the teams that have been on fire from beyond the arc over the past month. Number 1, the Celtics.
Well, look, they've been great over the last month from 3. That is so important for their offense. Making threes opens up the entire floor.
1:07 left in the first half of basketball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Celtics shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And when you think of free throw shooting, not particularly a strength for this group, right around 70%.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And he sinks the second. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Now here's Brown. A 14-point game for him in the win against Houston.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Holiday. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the dunk by Brown.
Such a crafty defender. Holiday sensing the play unfolding, able to make the steal and get them out in transition.
Bulls are gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball. Ball finds Giddey. Back to Ball. For 3. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. Bulls got 5 points now this quarter.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. Shoots the 3. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Bulls up by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you tell the guys to take it to them and play with more physicality offensively. What did you mean?
Well, just I think when we're getting the ball inside around the basket, at times we got to go up a little bit stronger and play through the contact and go to the rim.
Tough sledding in there, but you got to get there. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And we welcome you to halftime. First order of business, time to take stock of the All-Star voting.
Man, we've talked about it so much, hard to believe we're almost an All-Star weekend.
I'm interested to see which new faces make it this year. This first All-Star game for a player really memorable. And so thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Boston Celtics.
We need a department store intercom. Attention all ballers, attention all ballers. We have a missing defense. Paging the defense, paging the defense.
That was pretty good, Shaq. You might have a future in retail.
Shaq, to register 4, please.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lonzo Ball.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
The Bulls leading by 5. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. The wingmen, White and Levine. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. And it's Ball in at the 1. Now here's White. Wants to get it to Brown and does. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Levine. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can't be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best move. Let's go. You have the camera on you.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jason Tatum.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here's White, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 7.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
You know, Stan, it is great to see Kobe White put it all together.
It sure is, Kevin. This guy hung in there with a great attitude, even when he wasn't playing as much as he wanted to. He's still growing as a player, knocking down shots. His confidence is sky high. His approach will take him a long way.
I got to believe as a coach, that is incredibly satisfying to have that kind of play.
Yeah, it really is when you have a guy like that and he just keeps getting better.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Well, he's as steady as they come at the big man position. Vucevic is someone you can count on to help you shoulder some of the offensive load.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. And a change for the Bulls. Smith checked in for Williams. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Ball. Holiday with the 3. Traps in the tray. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, Holiday will make you pay from deep. The defense has to chase him off that line.
Ball, the pass to Levine. Goes up on the wing. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 5th assist in this one. Brown against Levine. Brown jams it in.
My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
And here is Tatum following Lonzo Ball's 3. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Levine. There's the triple. Rebound by the Celtics.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got 12 in the game.
And that's good decision-making by Brown in the pick and roll. He'll make the right read more often than not.
Levine's shot is off.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Tatum with the screen on Ball. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Again, Levine missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. Connects from three-point range. Now just a 3-point Chicago lead.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And White gets to Vucevic. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Vucevic has got 7 points here in this quarter. On the wing, Holiday. White covering. Holiday, the pass to Tatum over Smith. Tatum's shot is off. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. There's the 3. And it's Smith missing. And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We come back right after this. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way the Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Get out there with Horford. Then it's Tatum, and it's Pritchard in at the point. That's the Boston 5.
Well, you wonder why we're seeing so many points tonight. Just look at the D.
Not a lot of resistance, and trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
Boston with the ball after Zach LaVine missed from long range. Hauser misses. The Bulls leading by 4. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. And the Celtics making a change here. Springer's checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. Bruce Ellis is checked in. That one is no good.
Well, you wish he got them all, but at the very least, it's now a 2-possession game.
Outside Tatum. There's the pick from the arc. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Bean passes to Smith. Pass to Dosunmu. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Drew Holiday is checked in for the Celtics. And Chicago also making a switch. Ball's checked in.
One shot.
Celtics trail by 5. Outside Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Pritchard's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Changes for Boston. Zinkas is checked in for the kid. Jaylen Brown comes in for Al Horford. And it's White in for Pritchard. Then for the Bulls, Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Williams comes in for Dosunmu. And it's White in for Josh Giddey. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. Now, with the game in the balance, Coach told his team to play loose. Don't overthink it. We got this far playing our game, and we can win the same way. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Boston's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And White kicks to Tatum. To take the lead. Bangs home the trifecta. Tatum's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Celtics.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Now, here's Vucevic. Another shot. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
White finds Porzingis. Back to White. The three. Rebound collected by Levine. The Bulls have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Celtics have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Porzingis with a screen on Ball. Up top, Brown. He's covered by Ball. That one good for 2.
Well, Brown sees himself as a leader on this team, and he can come up with big points when they need him to.
Levine way outside. And the Bulls with another miss. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Oh, they get it back. The kick out to Tatum. Levine against Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Over Levine. Not enough on that one as it misses. Bulls trail by 3. Pass the ball. Now Williams. Here's Levine. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Brown, and he converts the layup. Brown's got the lead up to 5 now for Boston.
Look, Brown has proven himself to be a clutch performer, and he does it again.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Left to play in the final quarter. For 3, Levine. The putback. Rebounded by the Celtics.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Levine finds Williams. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, when Levine looks to pass, it makes him so much more valuable.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First 2 fouls.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie barred the door.
Into the lane, Tatum.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Chicago calls timeout. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the 4th.
Let's get one for Celtics Entertainment. Your fans is your basketball. Woman teacher, make some noise.
We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Boston now. They're on a 19-6 run. Tatum on the wing. 11 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Shot clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. That shot is off. So It's the Celtics picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Jason. It was a struggle last time out, but tonight you were back on track. What was the difference?
You gotta have a short-term memory. Sometimes shots just go in, but you always gotta be aggressive and just make the right play.
You're like a cornerback in basketball. That's weird, but it got you a win tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
Much appreciated, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
PlayStation